They certainly start them young in cadets, and nowhere is that better personified than in the young man who's in pole position for this cadet final. 9-year-old Jenson Button, schoolboy from Frome in Somerset, in cart number 14. This young man really is an exceptional young talent. It'll be interesting to see how he does in the final. Maybe the nerves might get to him, who knows? He certainly knows his way around this clay pigeon track. Somebody else who's bound to run him close is just behind him in cart number 1. That's Wheldon, a young man who comes from really a very professional outfit. This young man got some sponsorship behind him and up to 7 or 8 different carts. So he obviously is a young man with lots of potential. Then if we look further back on the grid, cart number 46, Bogan. Claire, who's 12 years old and comes from North Harrow, started karting in 1987, and Claire, is in cart number 46. Look out for her, and away they go in the final of this cadet competition here at Clay Pigeon. And straight away into the lead goes cart number 14. That's Jenson Button. They stream down through Billy's blind into the S's and out past the finish marker. Wheldon in 2nd place. Remember these carts, the 600cc engine, and if you hadn't appreciated it already, these carts of course only have 2 pedals. There's no clutch. They have a semi-automatic clutch. These just an accelerator and a brake. Nice shot there of Jenson Button. That's the position he knows all too well. He's had a really good series here at Clay Pigeon. He's the current cadet champion, of course, so that obviously helps. But he really looks at home and he's building up a good lead already. Wheldon in 2nd place and Craig Murray in 3rd as they come down into Billy's blind for the next time. Jenson Button got a nice lead there, holding it firmly. Wheldon still in 2nd place, and a nice battle developing in 3rd between Justin Wilson and Craig Murray. Justin Wilson in cart 10 and Craig Murray in cart 11. That's the battle for 3rd place. Certainly there's no doubt at the moment about the young man who's got the lead. That's Jenson Button. Still a commanding lead for this young man, and a super prize for whoever wins this cadet final. They're going to pick up goods to the value, hi-fi goods to the value of £350, and that's not bad for somebody who's only 9 years old. He could find himself going back with a very valuable prize. There's an incident further down the field. I think they're all okay. Meantime, Jenson Button is running on through. It looked like Wheldon was involved in that, and it would appear that we've lost him. So Wheldon was involved in that incident in Billy's blind. The race, meantime, goes on. So it's still Jesper Button in the lead, Craig Murray in 2nd place, and it looks as if we lost Justin Wilson as well. So the lead certainly changing behind Button, and it possibly Murray gone too. So let's have a look as they come through this time. There's our leader, Jenson Button, with a good clear lead now, and it appears in 2nd place it's Matthew Shaw in cart number 35. It is 35, and in 3rd place it's Nick Fleming in cart 43. So that incident really took the toll on the rest of the pack, and really it helped Jenson Button, because he's that far ahead now. He lost his nearest challengers there, and he's got a handsome lead of more than 100 yards as they come into the hairpin loop. They're heading back up now. Here's Button towards the pit straight. Round that top bend, he'll be coming down into the fastest part of the circuit in a moment. Plenty of incident behind him, and certainly Button showing that the place to stay out of trouble is at the front. This young man staying absolutely cool, and look at the lead he's got. I mean, really, he's fighting his own battle out there, and these are well behind. He's already into the S's as the rest sweep through Billy's blind. In 2nd place, let's just have a look as they go through. 43, 35 and 44, those are the carts as they go through. But still, there's no doubt at all about our leader, Jenson Button. Young man who's been back very well in this by his family, a lot of experience, done a lot of racing. Amazing to think he's only 9 years old. There's cart number 43, that's Yeomans, 10-year-old from London. We'll try and bring you a lap time in a moment. They're coming down towards the end of the race. It looks like Button is still commandingly in front. Yeomans in 2nd, Shaw in 3rd, and Kevin Hall in 4th. So the running order certainly changing behind our leader. He's only got one more lap, and then he enters his final lap. He goes through, and just look at the gap, showing again. how far he is ahead. Astonishing to see as the others come through just how far ahead he is. He's driven a very cool, composed race. Of course, he had the advantage. He was in pole position. There's the gap. Just look at that. I mean, the circuit is only 900 yards long, and Jenson Button must be at least 100, 150 yards ahead of the rest of the pack. He's about to enter his last lap. He comes down this pit straight into Billy's blind. Nice and cool, he swings it through into the S's now. Absolutely solid, a marvellous example of cool driving by the 9-year-old. The pack is closing a little bit maybe behind him. There's a good battle certainly for second, third and fourth. He enters his last lap, does Button, and he's been putting in laps of 43.5 seconds. That's an average of 41 miles an hour, which is not bad for these little 60cc karts. There's no doubt at all now that surely, barring disasters, that Jenson Button is going to win this cadet final and pick up that very handsome first prize of £350 worth of compact disc player or whatever else he wants to do with it. The running order behind him, Danny Yeomans in second, Kevin Hall in third and Shaw in fourth. But meantime, Jenson Button is through Billy's blind for the last time. He's coming now into the S's, and he crosses the line, a most convincing winner of our cadet final. And the order behind him as they come through to pick up second, third and fourth, it goes Yeomans, Kevin Hall and Matt Shaw. A tremendous win there for Jenson Button from Frome in Somerset. He's our cadets champion. Daniel Yeomans was second, Kevin Hall third.
Well, Jenson, here you are, the champion. What's it like to have that laurel around your neck?
It feels really nice.
Did you ever think you were going to do it?
No.
What was the secret, do you think? What was the secret, do you think?
Good driving.
But John, how do you feel about this?
Oh, absolutely chuffed. Tears in the eyes in the last lap. Yeah, very, very pleased. He's worked very hard.
Proud moments then for the Buttons. Back to the action with the main Britain's final. A £400 first prize at stake. Andy Cox of Redditch is ahead as we join it, and Nick takes up the story.
Down through the start area, that's the leader now. Andy Cox, a comfortable lead. This is the battle for second place though. Side by side into Billy's blind. Who's going to leave his braking laters, and he's through. Simon Court through to second. This side by side. Number 20, Andy Clark, down to third place. Up into the S's, left and right. Through the finish area, 6 laps to go as they look at the board. Into the hairpin. Those back wheels snaking as they just dab the brakes momentarily. 76, Simon Court, he's in second place. In third place, Andy Clark. Out in the lead still though, Andy Cox. So Cox leads, Court and Clark in second place. Cleal now up into fourth place. Oh, he just touches the grass. They go down through the start area into Billy's blind. Court still leading the battle for second. Clark just behind him. Cook Martin similarly placed in fourth place. 96 now making a charge. That's Tony Cleal, the club champion. He's up into fourth place. Up towards the hairpin, and they're in the loop area now, towards Pitt's Bend. We're still looking at the battle for second place. That's the leader though. Andy Cox comfortably in the lead. £400, and that's the difference. What a gap of 100, 125 yards. Still the battle rages for second place. That's the leader. This is the battle for second. Court, Clark, Cleal and Cook. Into Billy's blind, making his go. No, Court blocks him as they go into Billy's blind. Andy Clark almost sneaked his way through them. They're getting in amongst the back markers once again. Over the finish line, the blue flag being shown to the black markers to come and get out of the way. These men want to charge their way through. Oh! 96 taking a bang there for, I think, from a back marker. That's the club champion, Tony Cleal. His race is gone. He's absolutely furious. Unhurt in the straw bales. Club champion, Tony Cleal, out of the race. £400 or any chance have he had. Disappeared in the straw bales. 76, Simon Court still in second place, holding off Andy Clark. The leader though, number 79, Andy Cox. Comfortably in the lead. This is Cox. 79. He's up through the start, up through the finish area, up towards the hairpin. He breaks. That's the difference. This is the battle for second still. Still second place Court. Third place Andy Clark. Looks behind him as they go into the loop area. This is the race for second. 3 laps to go. 2.5 for these two. Pitt's Bend. Tremendous humdinger of a battle for second place. So Andy Cox still leads. Simon Court and Andy Clark battling for the second. 4th place Philip Cook, and Tony McCarthy in 6th place. This is the battle for second still. That's the man in the lead, with 2 laps to go, Andy Cox, and now we've got Simon Court and Andy Clark still battling for second. They're side by side as they go through the loop, trying all he knows to get through Andy Clark there, but Court not letting him through, blocking his way, closing the door. It almost looks like, in fact, number 20, Andy Clark's got his back wheels, his front wheels fixed onto the back of the car of the man in front of him. That's the leader. Andy Cox on his way surely now to victory and that £400 first prize. But nobody can say the same about the battle for second. Clark trying to get through, he's trying every manoeuvre to get past Simon Court in front of him. He's tried the inside, he's tried the outside, he's still not through as they come down through the start area towards Phillies Blind. This is the hairpin. They're on their last lap at the loop, up towards Pitts Bend. Andy Cox comfortably on his way towards victory, but who's going to finish second? That's the gap, and what a gap it is. This is the battle for second and third. This is the battle for second and third. Clark trying all he knows to get past Simon Court, but Court still holding him up. Gets out of the slipstream, gets into Billy's Blind. No, he's not going to let him through on the outside. He's not going to let him through on the inside as they come into Billy's Blind. He's through. No, Court blocks him again. Clark trying all he knows to get through. The checkered flag now being shown to Andy Cox. Andy Cox wins the National Beef, the British final. But who's going to finish second? Court finishes second. Clark, after a very brave attempt, finishes third.
So Andy Cox is our Britain's champion. He takes that £400 first prize back to Redditch in the Midlands. And what a battle between Simon Court from Leicestershire, who finished second, and Andy Clark of Dorchester, who came third.
Well, Andy, you come all the way down from the Midlands for this. How do you feel about finishing up the winner?
It's great. The first one I've won. Been so close a lot of times, but just not there. It's great to win this, and just hope it's impressed a few people.
And in first place, number 79, Andy Cox.
Well, as Andy collects his prize from Formula One driver Johnny Herbert, we say goodbye from the Karting Superprix. Join us again next week for more champagne racing as we bring you 3 more finals.
Which plants are particularly affected by the disease phylloxera? That's spelled Phylloxera.